Hi, Virgo. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a reading for my twin flames. We're going to see what's going on with your twin flame connection, get some evidence about this connection, get some guidance sometimes about these connections that can be sometimes challenging but exciting at the same time. We're going to pull some letters and numbers right out of the gate. Just a reminder that the letters and numbers, if they don't connect to you, it doesn't mean this reading isn't for you. They're just clues. As all of my readings are, they are designed for general reading for all my Virgos. So some things are going to connect to you and other things won't, okay? So, but the letters seem to be helping you, and people are responding and saying they're enjoying the letters and numbers. So if you do enjoy them, let me know, comment below. And, I just want some feedback as to if these are helping you. So we're just starting these before we start the reading. We're just going to put some things on the table just to see if they connect to you. So I have the letter J. I have an O. I have an I. I have a Y. Could be somebody coming into your life. Also, if this person isn't here yet, keep that in mind. This might be a new connection. I have the letter Q. I have an F. I have an H. I have a second O. Okay. 2 O's. I have an N. I have an N. The letter M. The letter H again, 2 H's. 2 H's. I feel like I'm playing bingo when I do this. Like, am I ready to pull your person's number or letter? That's okay. If it doesn't connect, that's okay too. Just a reminder, these, it could be something coming into your life. I have the letter 6, the number 6. So it could be June. I have a D. I have the number 1, January maybe. I have a second F. I have a second Q. I have a third O. I have 2, whoops, I take that back. I have 3 8s. 888 feels like an angel number to me. Maybe I'll pull that angel number before we even get started. I'm kind of curious as to why we're getting that. And I have the letter R. Let me just, before I even pull my cards for this reading, let me grab that angel number for you. Maybe there's something going on there. I always like to share that if something jumps out at me. Let's just get that. I have the letter angel message. I am abundant. As you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you are clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. So we have abundance. I'm just going to keep this over here on the side just to remind me that we had this beautiful angel number come in before we even started. So 888. You know what? Let's claim it. Let's claim it. Let's own it. Let's get started. Virgos, Spirit, I am here with my Virgos. If you could please share with me any messages that you have for them, any messages of guidance that you have for them. I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have a 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. I have an Ace of Pentacles. And I have a 3 of Pentacles. Let me just see what I'm feeling for a second. It's funny because it's like, you know what? No sooner did you move on that something good came into your life, right? That's when energy happens. People always ask me, like, when is this person coming? It's when you decide you're ready to move on. Okay, whether it's you have completely let go of somebody else, you're no longer attached to anybody else, your energy isn't involved with anybody else. And then it's almost like you're being rewarded, like you moved on. You've been working hard. Maybe you've been working hard at your spiritual growth, your spiritual energy. Whoever this is, I feel like you are a little bit, which is a good thing when you're meeting somebody new, that you kind of look up to them. that maybe you're very proud of their work, or you're very proud of who they are becoming, or they are somebody you admire, Spirit just said. So as far as when is this energy coming into your life, or when did this energy come into your life, I feel like it came into your life when you were ready for it. Bottom of the deck is confirming that. The Temperance, you probably put a lot of time into some healing, repairing, and then all of a sudden you say to yourself, yeah, I think I'm ready for a relationship. And if Spirit has somebody for me, then that relationship steps forward and we meet the person that we're supposed to be with. Okay. So I love this. It's almost like a little bit of a time element message just with those cards. I love when Spirit shares like how and why is somebody coming into my life. It's because you have moved on. You've moved on and you're ready to receive. That's perfect. Let's see what else they have for us, Spirit. What do you have for us in this twin flame connection? They're a sucker for you. They're a sucker for you. I like that. I also like the sweetness of the lollipops. That's cute. I have they're hiding something. I have fingers crossed they're hiding something. Let's see what that's all about. I have protection. Keep your eyes open. And I have an amazing chemistry. Okay. Twin flames are an amazing chemistry. That's a no-brainer. They are usually a very high intense connection. They are usually somebody that comes into your energy like out of nowhere, and it's like it really does blow your socks off. It is really a wow. Your intuitive eye is guiding you right now. Are they hiding something, Spirit? Let's get some clarification on some of these feelings. Are they hiding anything? Is there anything I should be concerned about with my twin flame? I have a star. I have an 8 of Pentacles. I have a 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you what I felt a second ago. Let me just see this. It came into me as they're worried that you may not. Part of me feels like they're working really hard to come out of something. Okay, definitely with this sense of I had to take a step back. I got hit really hard, probably something financial, whether it was work, a divorce. And I feel like they're not their best self. Okay. I feel like, I don't know if they're hiding something as much as they may be embarrassed of their financial status or something they went through. Like, I mean, an example would be, I don't know, they had to go through a bankruptcy for some reason. And maybe they don't tell you that right out of the gate because they're ashamed of that, or they're embarrassed that they actually had to go through something like that. I think they pulled themselves out of it. I think that, whatever it was that set them back, it could be as simple as a divorce. It could be just a financial situation or a loss of a job, or I had some rough times. Maybe they keep that part of themselves a little bit secretive. Maybe, if anything, they hold back on their financial status. Doesn't mean that they haven't rebuilt, and it doesn't mean that they aren't going to be financially secure. That's not what I'm saying. But they may have a history in their past about, I don't know, maybe they lost a job one time for, something that they did that was foolish, and they're not going to step to the plate and say, hey, I lost my job because of these reasons. All right. Maybe they'll eventually tell you, but I feel like it's something along those lines. I'm not really worried about it as much as they hold back only because they want you to have a good impression of them, and whatever they went through is not who they are today. Okay. People go through all kinds of things. I mean, everything from, they have maybe they were arrested at one point in their life. Maybe when they were younger, or they were doing drugs or drinking too much, or, people have things that they're not happy about, and then they change, they take over a new leaf, and they don't want you to judge. They don't want to be judged based on those past behaviors. They want to be judged on who they are right now in front of you. But Three of Pentacles, they want you to look up to them. So there's this sense of, and I think you do. I think you really do look up to them. I think you're kind of wowed by them. So I guess don't judge anybody from, their past, because people change and circumstances change and people pull themselves out of all kinds of situations. This person's a magician. If anybody can pull themselves out of a situation, it's going to be them. So I think you're probably, maybe it's part of their story, Spirit just said. Maybe it's one of the reasons that you fall in love with them too, is that they came from nothing, or they lost everything but then rebuilt it all, or they put themselves through college. Like there could be all kinds of reasons why you're kind of impressed with this person. I have a Four of Swords. Something is being put on hold, something resting. I'm going to put that into the bucket of, this person comes into your life after you have repaired something. You've healed, you've grown, you've learned. You're ready, Spirit just said, and then that door opens. That door opens to finding the person that you're supposed to be with. So I have this twin flame coming into my energy, Spirit. What are their feelings for me? Why am I so in love with this person? Why is it going to be so special? What do you want me to know about this connection? Where are we headed? The kindness in your heart is so beautiful. So maybe that's one of the things they see about you. Maybe whatever they went through, first of all, they're going to be a little bit vulnerable to tell you, right? Excuse me. And then it's a sense of, when they do tell you, you accept them for who they are. You don't judge them. You don't, you allow it to just be part of who they are, and you don't look at them any worse. It didn't diminish anything that you already knew about them. So from their perspective, I would say that is a very kind heart. I mean, that's somebody who doesn't judge somebody, so maybe that's what they love about you. Thank you for your beautiful presence. Yeah, twin flames presence. Let's talk about this for a second. Twin flames presence, you physically can feel their energy even when you're not with them. Okay. So what I mean by that is, twin flames, of course, have one heart and they're two separated souls. So when you find each other, it's high intensity. When you're separated, it's almost like magnets, right? It's a magnetic force searching for the other side. And you'll feel it in a sense where you say to yourself, I just feel like something's missing in my life. I feel like I know there's something better for me. I know that there's somebody out there, that because I can feel them. So it's almost this natural, your own intuitions, knowing that your twin is out there. I am drawn to your deep intelligence and wisdom. I think this is how you think of your twin. I think of course, they're going to think you're amazing too, but I think you put this person on a pedestal for some reason. Okay. Whether you think they're very bright, they're very, they use the word influential to me. Maybe they're very good at their job. Maybe they are, people listen to them. Maybe you are attracted to how they handle things, but you're definitely impressed with this person. Is obviously intelligent. This person obviously is, bright and holds your attention. So maybe that's one of the things that you really like about them, that you just, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, I just love to listen to you. I just love to listen to you. It could be as simple as that. I can't bear to build it all again and watch it all wash away. So this is somebody who has been in love before, has maybe created a life with somebody else, maybe even had a home, could have even had a marriage with somebody. And then it ended for whatever reason, because it wasn't you. But it's hard to step back into that space and say, I want to start my whole life all over again and rebuild. But they will. It's just that there's that fear of, I just can't see it taken away from me again, You are always safe with me. They want to protect you. They want to be by your side. I want to keep you safe. I want you to feel secure. I love the sense of security in this connection. So I want you to feel secure. You're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. I feel like this person shares something with you that they don't share with everybody. And I think it's something from their past. Okay. I think that it's something that you guys have a conversation with and they say, hey, before this goes any further, I need you to know this about me. And you're like, that's fine. I get it. No worries. Like as long as we're together, I want to be with you. I could listen to your voice for days on end. I love this, right? The sound of their voice. But it's not even just the sound of their voice. I can talk to you forever. I I love listening to our conversations. Like you hold my attention. We go back and forth and we never have dead space. We just talk about anything, any topic all day long. It doesn't matter. So that tells me that it's a very engaging connection. It's a very high communication connection. I love that also. All right, let's get a couple other messages. Let's see. Let's see what else they have for us. Let's get these cards. Spirit, what do you want us to know about this twin flame connection? Where is this headed for my Virgo? Let's see. Abundance, and positive energy. This person's either turned their life around. I'm going to put it in that category. They've turned their life around somehow. And I think that it's pretty impressive with what they've done. Casual dating. Okay, maybe we just start out dating. That's okay. Winter time. Lots of hearts in the winter time. I mean, February, March, winter time, where it could be this could be any day now. If you haven't met this person, maybe they were born in those months, something like that. This is the real deal. Now that's a diamond. Okay, this is the real deal. I can't bear to build it all up and have it torn away. I don't know. Maybe they were close to being engaged to somebody in the past. Maybe they even were engaged to somebody in the past. So the thought of getting that close to a marriage and then it falling apart for some reason is pretty upsetting, right? So but this person's the real deal. I mean, that tells me that they're looking for a commitment also, that they really are going to be all in. I'll take the real deal any day of the week. Love lyrics. Maybe there's a song that reminds you of them. Maybe there's a song that you guys just immediately connected to. And every time you hear that song, you can't help but think about them right now. They're going to be reaching out to you. Messenger, tweet, it says, but I'm going to say text. I think maybe they text you. They're reaching out to you. Piece of cake. Okay. And I have trials of love and lessons. I think that's the big story. I really do. I think that they have, I don't know, either they went through something that they have to tell you about. Maybe they were close to being married to somebody else. That's okay. It wasn't you. Maybe they had, really thought they were going to be with that person, or maybe you thought you were going to be married to somebody else. And you're realizing that it wasn't the right person and you guys ended it for whatever reason. That's what happens. But usually it's because there's something else out there for you. And then Spirit puts this kind of a relationship in front of you. Spirit, what is my twin thinking and feeling? What is my twin thinking and feeling at this time? The Fool, starting over a new love. And the starting over isn't with you. I feel like they feel like they're starting over. Okay. I definitely feel that it's been consistent since the beginning. Either they're rebuilding themselves financially. It was that sense of the Six of Swords in the boat with you. You've moved on also. So this is a new journey. I think this is somebody you've never been in a relationship with. It's the start of a new journey. It could be a fresh start for both of you. It could be, let's just see where this goes. A King of Cups, they're devoted, a family man, a lasting love. King of Cups is an unconditional love. They know what they want. They are very open to sharing their emotions. They're not going to hold back. Okay. They may be afraid that something would be taken away from them, but that's kind of everybody's fear entering into a new relationship. But I think this person is going to be very open and generous as far as, I guess, just speaking the truth, being honest and open about their feelings, where we're headed, what's going to happen next. The Seven of Wands, defensiveness. Seven of Wands is also, they're giving it a lot of negative energy here in this particular deck, but the Seven of Wands is perseverance. Seven of Wands is, I'm not going to give up. There's a positive and a negative to every card. So I tend to lean towards the positives. Thank you, God. But I'm never going to give up. Maybe they're never giving up on finding you, or believing in true love, or finding the real deal. Or I'm just going to say something simple like, I was never willing to settle, right? So that's the person that you want to be with. You want to be with the person who, sees you as, I was never, look at, beautiful. I was never willing to settle. I was waiting. If I had to wait, I was going to wait until I found a new love. This is definitely a new love. We're not going backwards. Until I found that person who really made my heart beat and who really was going to be there for me. Now, Spirit's trying to help me they use the word on understanding is how they said it. There's something about you in this twin connection. I also have 222 on the clock while I'm recording this. We've got a couple of angel numbers, lots of angels around you guys. Understanding. There's something going on with this particular connection where you understand each other. Okay, you either understand what they went through in the past because you probably have followed a similar path yourself as their twin. Typically, twins have parallel paths. Or you just have a very understanding heart and you've accepted everything and anything about their past because it's just who they are and and they're not that person anymore, or they pulled themselves out of it and they're in a better place today. So Spirit wants you to know that this person's falling in love with you because of how understanding you are. So whatever the situation or circumstances is, that's a big deal. There's something going on with that. I have a Queen of Swords. Okay. You have a good head on your shoulders. You are going to be able to evaluate, are what they're saying to me always the truth, right? Are they being open and honest? And are they being fair to me? I mean, that queen isn't going to let anything by her. That queen is not going to, they're not going to take a line of bull. She's not. She's too smart for that. Okay. So you already have kind of the head start in this connection because you probably can read people very well. You probably know that this person is being very honest and truthful with you. And you probably know that this person's intentions are, I want to build a life with somebody. And I think that life is with you. This person's looking for a commitment. This person is looking for Four of Wands, Two of Cups. This person has been looking for the right person for a long time. Maybe they've had these other relationships, but they weren't willing to settle. And whoever came into their life had to completely accept whatever their past was and whatever they've gone through. And if that's you, then let me tell you something. This is going to be a dream come true because you guys are going to believe in each other. You guys are going to understand where each other are coming from. They just use the word history with me. this sense of we have a history together, but I do feel like it's either a past life history or, again, that feeling of we have parallel paths. When they say, I did this or this happened to me, you say, yeah, the same thing happened to me too. So there's a sense of history that we both have walked through, and maybe that brings us a little closer together too. But between the history and the understanding, I think you guys are going to be great. I really do. I think, it will be one of those connections that actually makes it in life. I love to see that, and I love to feel that. We shared many past lives together. Maybe that's our history together. Maybe that's our history together. You are the love of my life, that I believe. Okay. I finally have found you. I knew right away. I knew that, the moment that I saw you, you were going to be the one that I share my life with, something like that. Twin flames have a tendency to be, I want to be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they do have a little sense of jealousy. I will say that. I worry others will pull you away from me because it's just so good. You can't imagine being with anybody else. So you go right to, I would be devastated if anything ever happened to us. But don't worry about stuff like that. Just focus on the good. I fantasize about you and long to touch you. Great chemistry. Great chemistry. You're what I can't live without, and I can't get enough of you. That I do believe. Where's my four of wands? Four of wands, right? I can't get enough of you, and I'm already starting to think like you have my heart. This person's been waiting. Either you've been waiting, they've been waiting, and this person is saying now, you have certainly captured me. You've got the key to my heart, right? But I love this energy of I can't get enough of you, because that is what twins are like. It is a little bit obsessive. It is a little bit intense. It is, I can't get enough of you. And that's great. I think that's great. So we have gone through a journey. We're going through a journey. We are accepting each other for whatever that journey had been, right? And both of you, I think neither one of you are willing to settle. I don't think either one of you were willing to settle. So that's why when this comes into your life, it's so significant. And that's why you're so accepting of this person, because it's so different from anything that you've ever felt. So you understand them and you appreciate what they've gone through. And maybe you've walked in their shoes. Maybe you've walked in their shoes as well as a twin, which wouldn't surprise me. And maybe that's what you guys talk about. Like, I can't believe we have such parallel stories from our past. I think this is a connection that is going to go all the way. This is going to make it to the end. Okay. You're going to meet, you're going to stay together, and you won't go back and forth. You're just going to be so grateful that you actually found each other. And I literally think the hardest struggle in this connection is that we can't get enough of each other, which is not a bad thing, right? Let's ask Spirit to continue to guide you both. I think it's going to be an amazing journey. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com.